Deontay Wilder will be fighting Joseph Parker on the Supercard on December 23rd, and pros are putting their predictions in. Barry McGuigan definitely thinks this is going to be a tough fight for Deontay Wilder, but he still thinks he has the power to finish this if he gets the chance. Barry stated, "I think this is a really tough fight for him. Joseph Parker's a very good fighter and has a good chin. Andy Lee's a very good coach, clever tactically. So this is a much tougher fight than I think Wilder imagines it is. But he's got that equalizer and you can never write him off. He can knock you out in the first round and the 12th round, and that's the most exciting thing about him. This is not an easy fight. Parker's got a great chance." Ade Oladipo had his own thoughts on the matchup.
Wait, Joseph Parker Wilder, yeah? It's weird, when that was made, it was like, oh, Wilder knocks him out. I'm like, dude, Wilder's had one round of fights in 2 years. Joseph Parker, yes, the level's not been Wilder, but this will be his full fight. So I'm not sure about that one.
Carl Froch likes this fight, but he knows that this is really just a money fight in the end. Carl stated, "I think Wilder does do the business against Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker is always a capable fighter. He's got that loss to Dillian White. He's been in a couple of close fights. Obviously, Anthony Joshua's already beaten him. I would expect Deontay Wilder to probably beat Parker in style, knock him out. Parker won a couple of weeks ago, a decent little win. He spends a lot of time with Tyson Fury and he's training with him, so he's capable, and he's only 30, so he's young enough to still come again. But at this stage of his career, this is a money fight for him and a fight that he's probably not going to be expected to win." Deontay Wilder has been training with Malik Scott, and his hits sent Malik all over the ring.
Bring him up. Yeah.
I got a calling on me, I can hear the voices speaking. I got a blessing on me, I can pick up negative energy. I got to keep on going, yeah, I know that's.
Tyson Fury was nice enough to give Parker the one piece of advice that he thought anyone would need in order to beat Wilder, and he stated, "I can give him a tip. Stay away from the right hand. That's as good a tip as anyone needs when fighting Wilder. I like Joseph. I don't have to get mad at him and find things to come at him with. You already know, knockout. In my head, I'm looking at 3 to 4 rounds. In my head, I see that. But you never know. But in my head, that's how I've got it going. I'm not going to force anything. I'm just going to do what I do best. But in that fight, it's going to be a knockout." Showbiz the Adult spoke more about the power and speed of Deontay's right hand, and he definitely believes that he's a knockout artist.
Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder is an all-time great heavyweight. The Anthony Joshua fight made me realize it. Let me tell you, AJ is a better fighter than Wilder. But I'm looking at it like, can he avoid the right hand? Nobody can avoid a right hand all fight. Not just that, Wilder has a very fast right hand. Nobody talks about his hand speed. And he's a knockout artist, meaning that there's skill to knocking you out. We've never seen a fighter like Wilder ever. Julian Hart Jackson, maybe Mike Tyson. You know, if he hits you, knocks you out. But Wilder is a knockout. He's different. The X factor is extreme. Yeah. How is it that you have a fighter where the op can't get touched, or else the fight can be over? I never heard of anything like that.
Joseph Parker's promoter, David Higgins, definitely thinks that Parker has what it takes to knock out Wilder, though, and he gave a few other examples of similar fights. David stated, "Simon Keane was a big guy, and Joseph knocked him out with an uppercut. It was his 3rd victory this calendar year, and Wilder will be the 4th. We like the momentum Joseph has. Any heavyweight can knock out a heavyweight. Joseph has got over 20 knockouts on his resume. Wilder has got a punch, one of the biggest in history, but Joseph does have some advantages. He's the better boxer, he's quicker. Wilder may have a massive punch, but outside of that, he's not as well developed as Parker. It's a winnable fight for Parker if he brings his A game. Yeah, I do believe Parker can KO Wilder. He put Chisora down a few times with the uppercut. It's all about connecting with a well-timed punch. Of course, he can knock out Deontay Wilder." Deontay Wilder definitely thinks that his fight should be the main event of the night because he's seeing it ending with a dramatic knockout. Deontay stated, "I requested a flip of the coin, maybe at the presser. I think that would be a good promotion. I think that would spice it up a little bit. This is not a Joshua show. This is not my show. This is all of our show. The thing about it is that I want the best for all of them. I want things to happen where the excitement is going to be. We know that between Joshua and Otto Wallen and me and Parker, which one do you think is the most exciting? And I feel the most exciting fight should be the main event. At the end of the day, when people come to fights, they want to see knockouts. They want to see excitement. Women lie, men lie, but my numbers don't lie. I have a more chance of knocking my opponent out than Anthony Joshua does and bring the excitement. The last thing that people want to see and go home to, a dramatic knockout, and then you leave." Meanwhile, Joseph Parker has been training hard on his own to put on a show for the fans and beat Deontay. Deontay said that this fight is going to be payback for events that happened or didn't happen in 2017 though, and he stated, "I think after coming to one of my fights in my hometown, he decided to not give me that opportunity, so I'm going to consider this a little payback. I have a little something to get off my chest, but once I release it in the ring, after that we can all go home, be with our families, and shake hands. I know one of his strategies will be to stay out of the way of the right hand. The main thing about it is going to be enjoyable to be in the ring with him. He's going to come and try to pressure me, but I'm going to get you, and when I get you, good night." Joe Rogan and Terrence Crawford think that Deontay is going to bring an immense amount of power to this fight too.
Deontay hits so hard, it doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
He hits so different than everybody else. The Helenius fight, he was like moving back, and he went like that. Blah!
Yeah,
That dude just shut off.
he blessed with dynamite in that right hand.
Like nobody before.
Nobody.
Like nobody. In the history of the heavyweight division, we have some giant punchers. Ernie Shavers, George Foreman, Mike Tyson, but I put Deontay at the top of the heap.
Right. I think Deontay Wilder, man, he hit you a couple of times with that right hand.
Yeah.
If you ain't Tyson Fury, you going to sleep.
If Deontay manages to beat Parker and Anthony Joshua manages to beat Otto Wallen on the same night, it would line up a potential fight between Deontay and Joshua, and Alexander Usyk has already put in his thoughts for that super fight. Usyk stated, "It would have been a phenomenal match. Wilder's unique. If he clips, one is unable to fight back. I'm going with Wilder on 60% for the contest. He's a puncher and Joshua could be set on. Deontay is able to send someone flying when he touches them. They usually have the flight." According to Deontay, it was Joshua's management that kept them from fighting this whole time. Deontay stated, "It's his management that have held him back from fighting me because, you know, he's a fighter. It's been over 6 years waiting for the fight to be made. But there comes a point in time where you're like, forget it. Many times he wanted to fight, he wanted to accept it, but his handlers didn't want it because Joshua is the moneymaker for the company. And if he goes down, so does the business." If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.